and fulfilling. I can't say the same to when you treat people like this. I mean,
people like saying that you don't go to the club without me, we'll go together. Oh, I'm the worst man in the world. Oh no, don't take your girl to the VIP table with you. Oh, don't do that, Andrew, you misogynist. Send her out there with all those other dudes. I'll tell you what, bro. 87 professional fights, 4-time kickboxing world champion. How about this? I'll protect your chick. Send her to the club with me.
Bro, you can be the biggest lion out there. You can be the most Chad-like bald guy out there. Okay, if your drink gets spiked, you're dropping.
That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is it's about the respect that she will have for me for protecting her and my responsibility over her and the authority that comes with it. It'll be about the fact that I don't want my woman in the club without me. I think it's disrespectful, and I don't think that any woman who truly loves a man even wants to do that. Women test boundaries as they should. And I'm about to make another comparison. I'm about to make another comparison that you can use.
Yeah.
Use my analogies against me. You said
I have no other material. You said attack. You said approach me by going 1-to-1 and going with specifics. What else is there than the things that you're feeding me that I can use? Am I supposed to speak in hieroglyphs or some shit? Cool. What am I supposed to do? I have to.
Completely. So I compared women to cars, so that makes me a bad man. I'm about to compare women to children. Oh no, I'm a really bad man. So let's do the same thing, right? So when you have a child, let's say you have a 6 or 7-year-old kid, they push the boundaries. They try and see what they can get away with until eventually you come and say, no, you're not allowed to do that anymore. If you leave a child completely unchecked, they're going to do a bunch of crazy shit, right? There has to be a point they come up against the wall where the parents say, no, I'm older than you. I'm more responsible than you. I'm wiser than you. I know things you don't know. Do not stick your fingers in the plug socket. That's part of being an adult. It's part of being a parent. It's the same thing as being a man for a woman. If you're a man with a woman, you're likely older, a lot older, so you're wiser by default. You're probably, if you're a successful man, more successful than her. You've seen a lot of things. You've probably seen more violence than she has, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're very, very qualified to come along and say...
Why do you intend that you're probably more successful than she is?
Because you're likely older. I mean, I don't know. There's not many 18-year-old girls who are going to be more successful than a 35-year-old man. Maybe. But
why are you dating somebody a little younger?
Okay, 25-year-old. Doesn't matter. Men date younger women on average because young women like older men on average.
That's
and they
true.
like that because
That
they
is
respect
true.
older men because they respect the authority. I don't think any of the things I'm saying here are largely contested. I think everyone agrees that women like...
I mean, not only are they largely contested, they are mostly contested. I think most people disagree with you on this. I mean, most rational beings, except for the people that are completely delusional or off the tracks, unhinged. The problem that you think is that you're saying that men, it's impossible for them to be pushed into the right directions or helped like a children from women. The girls can't come in and say, stop doing this, stop doing that. They can't do that to you or any other guys because they're women. Which, what the fuck is that? That's just so illogical.
Some men need women to guide them. That's fine. I'm not one of those men.
Also, now some. Earlier was all, now it's some. We're going down the list now. We're trying to... What's up?
It was overall. I gave a scenario in which many men are mothered by their girlfriends, and I said in said scenario, the woman has authority and responsibility, and she can prevent him from going to the club. And then I also said in every single relationship, somebody has responsibility and authority. Nothing is 50-50. And then I also said for the same reason I would not allow someone to break into my car, no matter how good the locks are, I will not put my woman in a scenario where people are going to try and take her from me because I find it disrespectful and she shouldn't want to be there. That's what I said. That's all the things I said. Now, if you have a relationship in which you want your girl to go out to the club as much as she wants, that's your prerogative. I'm not coming here telling you not to do it. I will tell you it's going to end badly for you. You may disagree with me, but it will. If you keep letting your girl go to the club, it's going to end badly. Not just because she's going to get stolen, but because she's not going to respect you as a man. She's going to say, this man lets me go out and get drunk with other men every fucking night. What kind of dude do I have?
That is your definition of what the respect that she owes you is. Not the definition of that relationships overall. That's how that transaction goes. Like, I think this is... I mean, you're being obtuse. The problem with this is that you're being obtuse about it, right? Relationship, you have to be... why are you in a relationship in the first place? Why are you with a girl, right? Because you want to. Because you want to be fulfilled. You want to have a relationship, and you want to feel like you're in something, right? You're committed. Why do you date? Tell us. Why do you date?
Absolutely, for the same reason everybody dates, for fulfillment.
Okay, so a lot of points, let's say like a polygon. A lot of things make you fulfilled, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. It makes it a nice polygon, right?
Correct.
Right. So, in my opinion, this is what the foundation of what the relationship is. For me to be fully fulfilled, I want the person I'm with, my partner, to that one of a prerequisite is that they're fulfilled in all these ways. It needs to match. For me to match, it's almost like if she's fulfilled, I'm fulfilled, and we are together like that, right?
Yep.
And what you're saying is that what fulfills a person, they have to sacrifice and lose out on some of these points for you to feel fulfilled. How does it make any sense whatsoever? That is completely and utterly illogical because they have to make compromises and sacrifices that overall will lack fulfillment and will make you feel less fulfilled, and you will end up with a raw loss overall in this exchange.
I'm gonna let y'all finish this conversation, but I just want to say I got to dip. Got a flight to catch. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Appreciate you, X.
Later, brother.
Los.
See you, man. Take care, man.
Appreciate you.
You understand it?
Your argument. I understand your argument. Your argument is that if the woman has to make compromises to be with me, she's not completely fulfilled, which will stop me being completely fulfilled.
Yeah. I like that you're listening a lot. I like that. Thank you.
But you make compromises to be with her. You don't fuck other women. You do that.
That is not okay. When you talk about the framework of a good, stable, committed relationship, okay, fucking other girls is not a compromise. It's pre-intended.
Going to the club with a bunch of dudes is pre-intended. It's all about the parameters you set. If you're going to sit here and say that I don't want her to have to change a single thing about her life because of
the difference,
then you shouldn't have to change anything about your life.
Agreed, Andrew. That would be the perspective, as if I feel like I'm losing something by her going to the club, except I don't. Why? Because she doesn't get anything out of going to the club in those ways. That takes away from my relationships, because I'm number one. You can't replace me. They see me as the perfect fit. They love me, right? I don't lose anything by them going to see number 2s and 3s and 50s and 100s. They have the best at home. I don't lose shit. You intend that when your girls go to the club, you're scared that they're gonna lose something. The other people around at the club are better than you, because you, Andrew, you're not number one in their heart. You're number 3, and they might get number 2 over there or number 1, and you're scared of that. Why are you scared of that? I don't get that. Makes no sense at all.
We've already discussed the fear argument. We've already discussed about the fact that no matter how good the locks are, I wouldn't put it in a high crime area. We've already discussed this. I understand you're trying to use the fact that trying to paint me as insecure and fearful.
No.
That's incorrect.
Like I said, you're not going to answer me. I want you to dissect my argument. Sorry to cut you off. You're good at letting me cut you off. Okay? I want you to dissect what I said, right? At the beginning or in the middle. And I want you to just counter-argue it. What I'm saying is that I don't make a sacrifice in that relationship by, I want to fuck other girls. Bro, I want to fuck that one girl. I don't lose out on like other girls. I don't want these girls. I want that one. She's my number 1. I'm number 1. I don't lose out and make a compromise that, no, I can't fuck other girls that I like less and love less. Otherwise, I would date these girls or that girl. So I'm not losing on that potential. The same way she doesn't lose on you. Does that make sense? It's logical.
Not really. But if let me blow your mind. Let's change the quick trajectory. Let me blow your mind. If your woman was truly fulfilled by you and she truly loved you, she wouldn't give a fuck about club. She wouldn't even want to go.
Oh God,
that's the truth. I don't have to argue with my women about going to the club.
That is so true, bro.
Then she's not allowed to go to the bowling alley then.
They will come.
They'll
come to me and say, "Can I go to the club with all my friends?" And say, "Not without me." She'll say, "Okay, baby," and that's it. It's really not an argument. It's not hard because she's fulfilled in other ways. Now, if she didn't respect me and she wasn't fulfilled in other ways, then of course she'd argue. Then that club would become important. But to her,
then can you? Okay, I understand. Then can she go to laser tag?
Sure, she can go laser tag. I don't give a fuck. It's no problem. But it's not about that. It's about the scenario.
What if she sees an absolute lion Chad way more than at the club, some big, tough, muscular guy that looks better than you and is more intelligent? Then what?
Good. Then fine.
Then you park your Lambo in the hood, and your Lambo it's getting taken. Now you say good. So the club is parked there. Laser tag parking is good. How?
Incorrect. Because laser tag is not invented for people to fuck. The only reason clubs even exist. The only reason clubs even exist, and I'll tell you why, the basic mechanics of clubs. I know a little bit about it because I own a couple. The basic mechanics of clubs is that you fill them with girls. Girls have no money. Men come, spend ridiculous amounts of money on alcohol, which is massively overpriced to try and attract females.
Yes.
If you get a club with no females in it, no men even go. The whole point of a nightclub is to fuck. So I will not send my woman who is with me to the fucking ground. She can go to Walmart, but she ain't going to go to a place which is specifically designed and set up for her to get intoxicated and famoosed. And not because I think she will get famoosed, because she is too respectful for me, too respectful of me to go to a scenario in which she would be seen. Listen, bro, you may disagree with me. I'll tell you something.
Well, like I said, your argument falls on its face because, I mean, my woman, she obeys me, right?
Jane?
What's your family? 3, 4 years?
8 years, 7 months and 6 days, give or take.
De Goede.
This is my vow. All gods won't die.
Zij met ons. Thor Love and Thunder. Nu in de bioscoop.
Ontdek het frisse gevoel van Frisk.
Something.
Well, I'm like I said, your argument falls on its face because I mean, my woman, mine. She obeys me, right? She has friends and feels fulfilled at doing social activities, and her friends all want to go to the club. It's some girl's birthday, and yes, she's single. That one is vulnerable. It's a vulnerable prey. Okay, that girl. Okay, but they're all going to the club together, right? My girl can't tag along. No, she can't. She cannot partake. She cannot partake in social activities that make her feel fulfilled socially. She can't because that club is designed for people to fuck, right? So she can't go in there or close to it, right? Dude, so many more places are designed to fuck and more people get fuck out of them. So how does that make sense?
It's your prerogative what you want to do inside of your own relationship. I'm only explaining.
It's not a prerogative. I want you to explain that.
Sure, I will explain. Again, no problem. If firstly you just gave a very particular scenario. So right now you're
that's important because if you say all, then it has to be all the specifics.
Hey, my girl
all means.
When I say my girl doesn't go clubbing, I mean she doesn't go clubbing, right? I mean she does not go out all the weekend. She ain't partying anytime she wants. She doesn't go clubbing. Let's imagine there's a particular birthday for a girl, and this girl is a girl I know, and I think she's a pretty good influence, and she's not a bad girl, and they all want to go to the club, and I drop her off and I pick her up. Then that is a scenario in which it possibly could happen once a year.
Then why do you say all? Then if you agree on a scenario, then why do you say all? See, this is something that you always do that when you're vocal about your mindset. That irritates me a little bit, right? Not personally, but just overall hearing that is that when you say alls, right, and you're very very hard about that when you're alone on camera, right, and you don't get interviewed or kind of argued. It's a monologue, not a dialogue. You say all, I'm not such a lion, all. But when you come here and we talk about it, you say, but this scenario, but that, but this one, but that one. How does that make sense, bro?
Because there are scenarios. Obviously, there are scenarios. Exceptions don't disprove rules. When I say my woman doesn't go clubbing, I mean she does not on the weekends be out clubbing. She does not message me, I'm at the club tonight, see you tomorrow. She does not do that. You're giving me a very particular set of scenarios. Maybe once if her friend had a birthday, maybe, yeah, perhaps. What we're talking about is different things. And I'm telling you why. You're trying to disprove me using exceptions in very, very unique scenarios. I'm sitting here saying people are born with two eyes. And you're saying, no, some people are born with one eye. Yeah, that's true. But in general, when you say how many eyes does someone have, you say two. Now, if someone asks me how many eyes does someone have, and I say two, and you're to run along and go, I know someone with one eye, that does not make me fucking wrong. So you're just trying to use exceptions to disprove rules, and it doesn't work that way.
Damn, he's good.
Any woman who's with me, by in general, if you were to ask her, does she go clubbing? The answer would be no. I'm Andrew's girl. I don't go to clubs without Andrew. Now, are there very particular scenarios in which perhaps if a movie premiere and she's A-list and she has to go to a club for 15 minutes with security and I pick her up? Yeah, sure. That's not the point we're fucking making. Any woman who's with me doesn't go to the club. And the most important point of all of this is she doesn't want to. I don't have to stop her.
Okay.
Go.
I'm not, this is an understatement, but understatements, literally. You could literally win bike races backwards with how fucking hard you're backpedaling. It's insane the way that you revert your main arguments and go down them and start disintegrating them. The way you do I've never seen that before, man. I don't know how you can even justify this. You say never go clubbing, and then there's exceptions. There are exceptions that actually happen most of the time.
Trash, ask about guy best friend.
That we went out clubbing, it was for a reason. It had a reason behind it. It had something behind it, right? That wasn't, I'm going to go out to see some other options and start fucking, right? There's so many ways and reasons why people go to the club.
Think, bro. Like,
it's a social gathering. There's a lot of people.
Sure.
It's fun. It's energetic. End of story.
Sure. Well, if I had to make a binary decision, if I were to come along and say that no exceptions all are allowed, either she's allowed to go to the club whenever she wants and go to all those birthdays, or never go to the club and miss all those birthdays, and she would never go to the club and she would never go to a single fucking birthday and she would not complain. My women do not want to go to the club without me. This is being discussed as if I have to stop them. It's just, these are the parameters for being with me. You don't go to the club without me. Got it. Cool. Done. It's not a big deal.
All right, yo, X and Tate, listen, can we get to this next topic, the having a girl, having a guy best friend?
That one's. I mean, if he does agree with the girl having visual or aura contact with other male beings that are in the vicinity, clearly she cannot have a best friend. I mean, a friend, an acquaintance, bitch. Mother, a sight of fucking real life men pixel is a fucking breach to Tate's fucking insecurity. So I don't know. I don't think.
I'm not insecure, territorial.
That is insecurity. By definition, not allowing the girl to be around the sight of other men is insecurity.
I think you meant in a club scenery, but I'm just gonna ask Andrew: can your girlfriend have a guy best friend?
No.
No, I don't agree either. To be honest.
Holy fuck!
So you don't think that you're so do we agree on this, that your woman should not have a male best friend?
Well, a best friend means, for me, a best friend is somebody you spend most of your time with. If I'm with somebody, I'm spending most of my time with them, right? Otherwise, there's a lack somewhere that they're making up by doing other shit. Having friends is cool, right? They're gonna spend most of their time with somebody else because they're lacking some sort of social contact. That's a problem in itself. That is lack of fulfillment on one end, which translates to lack of fulfillment on both ends. That's a problem.
Yeah, I don't think a woman should. I think that. Well, firstly, you have to understand the paradigm. Do you think men and women can even be friends?
Ooh, yeah, that's what we talked about earlier.
That is like super case by case. I think that's super hard.
I agree with that.
Like really case by case. It just depends. See, it always depends of the nature of that relationship in the first place. I think they can be friends if things are clear from the get go and you just kind of know, right? But you have to be very, very rational about it, though.
Do you think that in 99% of scenarios, when man's friends with a chick, he'd like to sleep with her if he could?
Okay. So, yeah, see, it's gonna be the all or most against. It's gonna be like the all against most take or all against whatever fucking take. You know, we're gonna go down again like last time. Whatever. Let's say, fucking. I can use a close example. Okay, this girl does projects for Twitch events or fucking stream events. His name is Cutie. Okay, just an example. Okay, I see her at a bunch of events. We work on projects together, I guess. Right? I never fuck her.
Yeah, that's acquaintance. That's work. We're talking about friendship.
Well, I mean, she's still a friend, though.
No, she's an acquaintance. She's someone you work with, someone you know. I wouldn't call him a friend.
So, okay, it's not mutually exclusive.
Well, yeah, it's hard to draw the line. But my point is that I don't think that when a woman and a man are purely just friends without, let's say, a financial motive.
What other debate topics y'all have?
Just friends. I don't think that's a platonic relationship. I think the man is interested in her most of the time. And when people disagree with me that, I say, then why do all the hot girls have so many friends and all the ugly girls don't have any? The men are trying to get laid. And for her to sit there and entertain it and pretend that that's not the case. Oh, no, he's just my friend. She knows what's going on. It's bullshit.
X, I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. Someone asked.
I mean, because you can reverse that.
X.
What?
Somebody had asked, X, if would you be okay if your girlfriend was best friends with Andrew Tate?
Well, I don't want any of my friends being friends with Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is a fucking moron. No, I'm just kidding.
We could, you're a famous Twitcher, bro. We could get a lot of pay-per-views on a boxing match anytime.
Bro. Have you seen these sticks I got? These are sticks. I can't fight with that. Bro, I did one tap. I'm still not scared saying that. It's like I don't know. It's like something comparable. It's like if I said biggest fucking UFC fighter, Colossus, fucking 7-foot Andy. I mean, he's gonna clap you too. It's all a matter of scale.
Of course. Well, this is my point. The point is that I don't think that most male-female friendships are truly and utterly completely platonic. I think if any woman's honest, she'll admit that too. And for the same reason I discussed earlier, while I wouldn't let someone attempt to break into my Lambo, I would not let some man come along under the guise of friend. I'm not going to let some dude come along, put on a friend hat, and try it on with my chick permanently. That's bullshit. And she shouldn't want that either. She should say, this guy obviously wants more. I'm not talking to him. Or I'll talk to him only at work for X event. That's it. And I know these views for some reason. I don't know why these views are extreme. Because
these are not. The rest of them are kind of extreme. They are legitimately. That one is not too extreme because a lot of people have these intentions that are preemptive, and when they see somebody that's like attractive or whatever, they'll be friends and try to snake their way in or whatever. But
would your mother hang around with some dude behind your father's back and say he's her friend?
Would your mother say that again?
Would your mother hang around with some dude behind your father's back and say he's just my friend? Would your father tolerate that?
They're not together, they're divorced.
Okay. But I'm talking about a different generation, right? Let's imagine people married 40, 50 years ago. Was it normal then for chicks to be hanging around with a bunch of dudes and saying he's just my friend only 30, 40 years ago? Or is this all new think?
A friend, it depends what kind of activities you do. I mean, dude.
Nah, bro, he's right.
You can have friends doing a bunch of shit. Like they can go fucking. Maybe they like playing golf together. Maybe they like.
It's new think, my friend. And what you must understand is that the things I'm talking about were.
Découvrez la sensation de fraîcheur de Frisk.
Like they can go fucking. Maybe they like playing golf together. Maybe they like
It's new think, my friend. And what you must understand is that the things I'm talking about were perfectly normal and completely and utterly accepted.
Oh, you're one of these guys. Okay,
It's not these guys. It's about accepting that society has changed and that new think is untested. And when you look at untested think, because that's what it is, it's untested by the definition of being new in and of itself. It's untested.
Yo, Chad, how long is he
It's
gonna
an
get a massage
untested
for,
paradigm.
bro?
We had relationships for a very, very long time, thousands of years, where when a woman was with a man, she only spoke to that man. In most of the world today, still that is the case. You may live in America, but if you go to Africa or any of the Middle East or Asia or even Europe, Eastern Europe, Russia, any of these places, if you think these chicks have male friends, then you don't understand the world very well.
Taking a piss. One sec. Keep going.
Okay,
Keep going.
I'm gonna reverse and say, in the age of Mesopotamia or some shit, right? Girls had friends and shit, then stuff with other guys. Yeah, things change. It doesn't devalidate them as untested. A lot of things were untested previously. Like, how does that prove anything? What is that? New equals bad thing? Like, I don't know what that is.
New doesn't equal bad. New equals untested, which means you don't know. Nobody knows how this new societal paradigm is going to play out. I can only talk from my personal experience. And my personal experience is that when a woman has a bunch of male friends and a boyfriend, the relationship doesn't last very long. That's my personal experience. I've seen it happen 1,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, if you date some girl who's unfulfilled of you so much that she's willing to give other guys a chance and keep an open mind about who they're going to date and who they're with, that they're going to do that with people that they meet randomly.
But if she's fulfilled, she wouldn't have male friends. You're pretending that a girl can be fulfilled.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
What if she already had a friend before you, like years ago?
Understood. I've been with women and they've had a friend for a very long time, but I make it very clear to them, look, he clearly likes you. And if she's honest, she'll like, yeah, I know. I keep my arm's length. And she's very honest and open with me about it. Oh, he just texts me trying to get me to go out. I'm not going to reply to him. And she'll distance herself on purpose, and she'll make it very, very clear that she's in love with me. And she'll keep him where he belongs, very, 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 very firmly in the friend zone with no hope. Because that's her job to do. I don't have to tell her to do that. Now, if I have to come along to a chick and say, you're giving this guy too much, stop texting him. If I have to do that, then she doesn't respect me and I'm not going to be in that relationship. I'm not going to sit there and police her phone. She'll self-police out of respect for me. If she's not doing it, she's not self-policing, then she clearly doesn't respect me very much. And I need to understand the chessboard. I need to look at the board and say, okay, I'm not very well respected in this relationship. She thinks talking to these dudes is more important than keeping me happy. It's only a matter of time until we break up.
Okay. I agree with this, but the problem is that you're lumping two things that are very, very, very different. Okay, relationship needs and social needs. They're separate experiences. You saying and fearing the social overall aspect of your girlfriend, saying that she's mixing that with your personal relationship love, right, is a problem itself. That is a problem that you cannot that you can't see. There's social needs. There's to talk to other beings, hear new ideas, have different intellectual conversations with other beings than you, bro. You can't entertain all of her fucking intellectual whatever the fuck, bro. They have to go out there and talk and have fun conversations that aren't having sex and having love with somebody else. Like what?
I'd appreciate if you'd stop using the word fear because I'm not fearful. So you can stop using that word. Firstly, secondly,
well, I can't. It's hard because when you don't want somebody to do something, it's out of fear. That's how it is.
You think?
Yeah, by default it is, but you are fearful of something happening. Yes.
It's not about being fearful. It's just about having my boundaries as an individual, and having
boundaries of what? Boundaries that what will happen? Boundaries of what? What is the thing that you're shielding? You said boundary from what? Boundary and shield from what? From something. Bro, you don't wear a fucking bulletproof vest being scared of the fucking wind. You wear bulletproof vest against guns and bullets, bitch. Sorry. I take the bitch back. I cannot pull that.
I don't mind. That's fine. I'll answer your first original question about them being social. Women often, if they're with a man and they love that man, their social circle ends up involving or being built around that man. His friends become their friends. The girlfriends of the other guys that he's friends with becomes their friends. I'm not saying they're not going to have any friends and nobody outside of me. But anybody who is completely and utterly unrelated to me is to a degree an enemy combatant. You need to understand, my friend, that life as a man is ultra competitive and it is war. We are all competing with each other.
Everybody's at war.
Okay.
The whole thing is war. Girls at war. Guys, Everybody is at fucking war. Yes, life is a battlefield, and sometimes you gotta make choices and shit like that, and that's you climb, motherfucker. You have to take some down. It is what it is. It's a war, yeah.
All right, but I would argue that women, to a degree, call me misogynist, are a spoil of war. If you're a man and you've been through war and you've been through enough shit, you get women along with money, along with status, along with respect. Women are a spoil of war. They always have been. Look at the ancient times. They turn up, take the city, take the women. Women are a spoil of war. So all men are competing with each other for all the things men want. All of you Twitchers are competing with each other for views. I'm competing with people to make as much money as possible. If you're going to go try and get a chick, you're not the only person trying to get her. You are competing with people who are trying to get her too. And my point is this. If I win said war and a female becomes mine, I'm not going to let an enemy combatant put on a friend hat and use that as a shield and a bullshit excuse to sit there and attempt to silently chip away at my relationship. Every single time she's unhappy with me or we have an argument and he's in her fucking phone saying, well, you could do better than him. Da-da. Anyone who thinks that makes you secure to allow your chick to just be poisoned.
Okay.
It's not about security. That's just responsibility. She is yours. She loves you. She adores you. Her social circle should include you and revolve around you. Anyone who comes along and has nothing to do with me, but still wants something to do with my chick is unacceptable.
Okay. I understand. So it's a spoils of war because you did something, right? Like I want to fire back at you and say that whether you're in a relationship, it has to be because you are something, not because you did something and you got me, because you are something. That's how you reach fulfillment in a relationship. You're with somebody who's with you because of you, and you're them because of they are them. What happens when since you're using the battle war thing, right? You're Achilles, the great fighter with a sword, right? And you smoke this big ass giant, and you get the spoil. You get in your words, you get the bitch. Now she comes to your tent and she gets to ride on the fucking stick. Yeah. The spoils of war, right? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Right. And then you build this relationship on the fact that you're such a successful fighter. The next day, something comes along, you go in the stairs.